welcome to the first webisode of I'm Not an Expert, but
the pilot.
The pilot,
yes.
Exactly. I'm Demetrius. This is my co-host Ajani. The first thing you need to know is we're not experts
In really any field particular that we're going to be talking about.
No,
not at all.
But we have an opinion on just about everything. So, and I believe that we will say some things that you may agree with, or you wish that you could say, you just have not, or can, or haven't said it.
Yeah. But you were thinking it.
But you were definitely thinking it. And just like, like reality shows, we got so many of them. And it started, I think it all started with the real world.
Yes, that was I think the first one.
Yeah, I think that was like the first one.
Back in the early 90s, late 80s or something.
Yeah, I think, do you remember the first one with Heather B, I think it was?
Yeah.
She became a rapper. But reality shows have really
taking on a life of its own.
Yes, so you got Love and Hip Hop, with K. Michelle and Stevie J and Jocelyn and all type of ratchetness.
And not only do you have one reality show, you have that same reality show in different cities.
Yes.
You got Atlanta, you got New York, you got LA. I'm surprised I haven't did many in Chicago except that Mob's Wives.
Oh, that was horrible.
I'm talking about some ugly ass ladies.
Not only were they ugly, but it seems like they were poor.
Yeah.
I've never. Usually they try to, on a reality show, make their lifestyle look great.
More plush.
Even Teen Mom had a more plusher looking. Honey Boo Boo looks more plusher than Mob Wives of Chicago.
Yes.
But one of my new favorites is, and I don't know if you ever seen it, but it is Married to Medicine.
I've heard of it. I have not checked it out.
And these are doctor wives.
Actually, I had a couple of co-workers who were talking about that. Yeah. And, they were saying some saying, talking about shady tree or something like that. They kept on saying that, smack their hands on. That's a shady tree right there.
And that's Mariah and Quad, who I, in my opinion, the stars of the show.
Okay.
Because they have this lingo. And I have to say that I find myself saying those things, but I was very surprised to find out where this lingo actually came from.
Oh, really? The origin of it, huh?
The origin. I hear that it is from, because they're based in Atlanta, Married to Medicine, but it's from their, what they refer to as their Judy.
Oh, their Judy.
Yeah, and their Judy is their gay best friend.
Oh, he comes up with all these little snap lingos.
Yeah, so it's like, I guess it's the gay community lingo. I did not know that. And so,
that's a shady tree.
You see us saying shady trees and they think something different. and that's when reality TV may get you in your personal life in a little shadiness.
Let's big up to the gay community. They need to be writers on regular TV shows if these catchlines are becoming popular or whatnot. They are catchy. I will say that.
They are very catchy.
Especially when you hear it 30 times in a day.
Snatched and pulled and sometimes I don't know what they mean but they're like, she is snatched, and I believe that's a good thing.
Yeah, okay, that's so versatile. Depending on the context of the situation, it seems like you can just throw those catchlines in at any point in time and people will get what you're talking about.
I would think it would pop up in commercials and everything, like what's up?
Yeah. That was a great catchphrase from the scary movies. What's up?
What's up?
All the time.
All the time. Which commercial did it end up? Beer commercial. What's that?
Oh, yeah.
I wish I made that catchphrase.
That's a cash in right there.
That's cash in.
That's cash in. Just like Lil Wayne and the Blang Blang. You know what I mean? He copyrighted that.
But for viewers of Married to Medicine, Quad confirmed on Twitter that it's coming back for a second season. And I know you're not a big watcher, you've never seen it, but Dr. Wives, and some doctors, they have 2 medical doctors on there. Okay. They're women doctors.
Oh, really? They're not married to the doctor?
No, they're not married to the they're women doctors.
Professional
and they are worse than the real world. The doctors. You got one that she tries to play, Dr. Jackie tries to play the role. Okay. But they're worse than the real, I mean, they're
they say.
The shit they say.
The shit they say.
The shit they say. That is a perfect catchphrase for that.
Right.
You heard it from him first.
Right here, we're not experts. The shit they say.
And just speaking of reality shows, Simon Cowell, have you heard about him?
You were just briefing me on that. I have not. I haven't really seen it out there yet, but you were telling me.
Okay, the news first broke that Simon Cowell was expecting a child. His girlfriend was expecting a child, and they made it seem when they first broke the story that everything was perfect, everything was fine. Simon Cowell has impregnated his friend's wife.
Oh, the friend's wife.
Yes, his friend's wife.
And that's his expected baby. So his girlfriend isn't pregnant at all.
Well, that's his girlfriend.
Oh, his girlfriend is his friend's wife.
Yes.
Oh, wow. What an asshole.
And most media outlets, and I've read it just about everywhere, made it seem like that the friend was okay with Simon
fucking his girlfriend, fucking his wife,
fucking his wife. Yes, that's how they made it sound. And I just kept reading this. I was like, this doesn't sound right. I can't. I'm your friend.
Right.
You're my friend.
You can't be fucking my wife.
But you can't fuck my wife.
You can't be fucking my wife.
You can't even fuck my girlfriend.
You can't even think of it. If I ain't even thinking about fucking my wife, it's gonna be a goddamn problem. Okay.
But I don't even want my friend to fuck my crush.
Right. You know what I mean? Don't even fuck my ex-crush, my ex-girlfriend. You know?
Yeah. And now Simon is named in the divorce.
So they're getting divorced over this.
Yeah, they're getting divorced.
Wow.
I don't know if it's over this, but
shit, I'm pretty sure this is a big chunk of it. I mean, god damn. What an asshole. To be an ass. I mean, you gotta expect that to be an asshole to everybody else. Especially on, what is it,
American Idol and X Factor.
Yeah, to be an asshole to everybody else, shit, why wouldn't you carry that over into your personal life? Shit, I mean, why not?
You make a good point.
Why not?
You make a good
At least we know he's an asshole on and off screen. You know, it's not just for the cameras. He's both an asshole all around, so.
Exactly. You make a great point.
Yeah, that's genuine.
That is genuine. He's genuinely an asshole, even to his friends. And you can see pictures where he's with someone and his friend is with his wife. So they really were friends. When you vacation with someone, you're friends. You're a good friend. But Simon Cowell was fucking the man's wife.
Fucking his wife. Probably on vacation. Who knows? But man. Man.
Think about it.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
Yeah. And so that's it for the reality world.
Well, you know, just for the simple reality, you know, I gotta bring in, because I guess this is what really got me, you know, besides the real world rules and all that crap when I was younger, the flavor of love. I know this is old, and everybody has seen it, but that's when the reality show kind of genre took over its own, because I was never, you know, one of those shows, Kicked Off the Island, Survivor Island, all that stuff. I really didn't watch that. My first one, when the shit just hit the fan, you know what I mean, it got out of control, was the Flavor of Love series, because he had more than one.
Yeah, he did.
You know, it was a series of seasons he had, you know what I mean, and the women that he brought, it was such a crazy show that, you know, New York got the spinoff. You know what I mean? If I'm on reality show.
Yes, I love New York. Yeah. Well, she was on Flavor of Love twice. He denied her once.
They brought her back for a second round.
No, and she comes back and she loses again. I mean, when Flavor Flav doesn't want you, you are bad. I mean, like, you are bad. Honestly, Tiffany what was her real name. She was very ugly, but Flavor Flav did not have any
the chops to deny.
Right, to deny. You would think he would, because it seemed to me that she liked him. New York liked Flavor Flav, but he said, "Nah, that's okay. I'm going with this one over here."
Give her a rose or whatever the fuck they did.
A clock.
A clock.
Yeah, he brought his little clock and gave people clocks.
And I just seen him actually. Goddamn, all this shit is coming to mind. He's on a friend of mine was watching. What's the fucking reality show? They in Therapy. He's on that show now with some gruesome girl. I think that maybe that's his wife. Maybe it's not his wife. I don't know.
I think it's his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, and they just look like a fucking hot mess. I mean,
but isn't that something he deserves though? Someone that's as ugly as he is.
Oh, I mean, I'm assuming so. You know what I mean? Because she's not a peach at all. You know, and goddamn, it just looks horrible. And it's that idea of how truly do reality shows make you look. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure if you're the talent, I mean, if you want to call them talents in the reality show, they don't have, I guess, any kind of control over how the story's going to take place. Of course, you know it's highly edited.
Exactly.
We're going to frame it how you want to frame it. But man, I mean, you do it to yourself. You really do when you go on those shows and you act an ass like that.
Yeah.
Just the semantics people get into.
Yeah.
Just,
but I guess I don't know. After you, a lot of people are just drawn to fame.
Yeah. Yeah.
No matter what they have to do, just look at Kim Kardashian. A sex tape created an empire, and now everyone is like, I'm gonna make a sex tape, and I'm gonna get famous like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I'm gonna flash my boobs, take a picture of it, viral it. You know, even politicians do it. But hey.
Anthony Weiner, yes, I was just thinking of him. Yeah. But the girl that got him, that basically told on him, I forget the young lady's name. She's like 23 years old, but now she is in talks with Vivid Entertainment. Vivid Entertainment is the one that broke Kim Kardashian's sex tape. I believe Paris Hilton as well. Yeah. And so now she's gonna make a sex tape. I assume. Why would you be at lunch with president of Vivid Entertainment if you was not into making videos?
Yeah, you know, you got something to give. But something to show.
I would think Anthony would have learned. But you know, just like a winner, he doesn't know when to pull out.
Yeah. That's a good one. You know, it's just horrible. I feel bad for his wife. You know what I mean? And then it's just so stupid. Like, you did it once. All right, you got caught. You know, then you're trying to make a comeback in politics. You know, trying to run for office again, campaign, and then, you know, the same shit comes up again. You know, it just comes to a point where, like, the shit is old. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like, you did it once. Give us something new. You know, show your asshole or something. You know what I mean? Show you actually fucking someone. How about you give us that one? Don't just give
Do you really want to see Anthony Weiner?
I'm just saying, though. You know, if you go, I haven't seen the pics. You know, I don't want to see the pics. But if you go keep doing the pics, at least throw some motion into it. Put some graphics in there, some fireworks or something. You know?
I think this also leads to a different discussion about his wife.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I just feel bad for her.
I feel bad for her, but this being the second time around, I feel like I should give her tough love. It's like, hey, lady, you don't have to take this. Right. Like, I understand. You want to stay, you get married, you want to stay married.
You know, try to show support.
Yeah, death do us part.
Yeah.
But seriously, stop standing next to him in a press conference at least. At least don't come to the press conference.
Yeah, you know, you can support him from home.
You can support him from home, but you're really starting to look like a foolish lady.
Take his phone away. Get him in the beat.
We did not see a big diamond ring like Kobe Bryant gave his wife on your finger. So we all understood why Vanessa Bryant sat next to Kobe Bryant doing that, because the rock was huge. It was the size of my car. Yeah. So I just don't understand that, and I wonder if or when the public will turn on her and say, "Hey, lady, you're stupid."
Well, you know, the American public, a lot of women probably not going to tone her. They're going to try to give her the support and all that. But it is ridiculous. And, and granted, it's fucked up because it's not her fault. You know what I mean? She's the one sitting, do tit for tat. You so you
no, don't do that. I would not.
I'm gonna take a picture of my JJ. I'm taking a picture of my chick and send it around. Send it to your colleagues. Like, oh, look what Anthony's not tapping. He's too much sending dick pictures. Hey, why don't you come get a taste of that? I'm just saying, why not?
Well, I understand why you're not married.
But no, I doubt the American public's going to turn her. I think that'll be.
But the American public, we love to build someone up and then says, hey, they're up. They feel good. They feel good. So good about themselves that the sort of asshole now, Kanye West. And now it's time to go after them. So you don't think if it's another one, if he sends another wiener picture to someone else, you don't think the American public is going to say, okay, now she's just stupid. Because I feel that she's just stupid right now. And I understand about forgiveness, but goddamn,
how much can you keep on taking the same shit over and over again? At least cheat another way. Do you even call that cheating?
That's cheating.
I
do believe that's cheating.
That's cheating. Okay. Yeah, so at least cheat another way. You know what I mean? Don't keep cheating.
You would be happy if
No, I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
In this imaginary world.
If you keep staying for the same, I'm not saying if he cheats another way you stay, but it's just like the same kind of scenario over and over again. At least I'm just saying, change it up. At least have something.
Change it up in the American public. I don't know. I think his wife.
Is she pretty?
His wife?
Yeah. I haven't seen the picture of her. Average.
She's average.
Give her like a 4.5.
But maybe. The one that he was only sending all this trouble. He's not even hitting it. He's just sending pictures back and forth.
Yes,
he's just sexting. I mean, if you're gonna get into trouble, at least go hit it. I would think
you're going through all the mess.
You're going through all the mess.
You got no release out of it.
So it's like you can't cheat just a little bit. Mm-hmm. Just like you can't break the law just a little bit.
Right.
Either you break it or you don't.
Cheated or you didn't cheat.
Right. And so I think he should at least hit it. But the pictures that young lady sent looks different. He almost got catfished, I believe. Because her body is not that nice.
Oh, really?
From the pictures that she sent, her backside was slim. And then recently I seen on TMZ her in a bikini, and she was flabby. So,
I check out TMZ.
So I was like, I believe he got catfished, and you got screwed again.
Yeah. At least pick the right girls. You're doing the same mistake Tiger did.
No, Tiger.
But they're telling everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, one come and they all come. You know what I mean?
That's true.
When you pick one girl, she told. You pick the same kind of girl, she tell.
But hear about Tiger. At least he hit it. And he hit it a lot of times.
He did. And that man's got money. So it's a difference.
And then his wife beat his ass with that golf club, which is the funniest thing. And when that was the big rage, people didn't really make a big deal about her beating the car and him up too.
Right.
Nobody was there, but I have a pretty good picture of what the hell happened. She beat his ass.
He got his ass beat. That's why he crashed that car.
Yeah. You driving home and you see your wife with a golf club.
Yeah. That was an Asian side of him. Oh
no! Well, he doesn't claim to be black anyway, so yeah. I don't know what side it was.
Hey, but learn your lessons, people. If you're gonna do it, don't do it at all.
Don't do it at all. If you're married,
exactly.
Divorce.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not happy, you know what I mean. They got counseling. You can go to couples therapy. Yeah. They got reality shows for it. So, but you know what I mean. If you are gonna do it, at least be smarter, man. If you that stupid, keep getting caught from doing what high school students do. You know what I mean? Sexting and all that kind of stuff.
I did not. We didn't have the technology.
But nowadays always hear the news. Kids getting suspended because they're texting, sexting.
But speaking of high school kids, I just want to know why no hot teachers when I was in high school came on to me. That's That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
I'm very jealous of these kids that get these hot teachers and they get to have sex with their hot teacher.
Yeah.
I didn't have many hot teachers.
The best anatomy class ever if that happened. You know what I mean? I wish it happened to me.
I would have never told anyone.
Why? You know?
It's a lesson.
It's
maybe 2 teachers in high school that could have got.
Maybe grammar school. I'll go to grammar school, but
no, wait a minute. I went to grammar school with you, and there's nobody on that list except for a parent patrol lady.
Yeah, the high school. I mean, the grammar school community. We're broadening that. The grammar school community.
Because who's on this list? And I'm sure some people that went to elementary school will tune into this. So I want to know we will not divulge names. You know what I mean? Because they're still alive. You know, what's their name? Was your 4th grade teacher on the list? 5th grade teacher.
Well, you know, 5th grade teacher, you know, she was kind of stern. But, you know, she had her days, and you look at her like, oh, you know, she took off the glasses, you know, she might be all right, you know? You know, so, but, yeah, if I had a liaison...
Breaking news right here. This is breaking news. He would have done his 5th grade teacher. I believe that she's older than our parents, by the way.
Hey, as they say, the older the berry, the sweeter the juice, you know?
That's a prune. Old berry is a prune.
Hey, that keeps you regulated. So, hey, you know, you got to give it up to it. But if I did have a liaison with the teacher, I would not have been a whistleblower. I would have kept that secret. No. You know what I mean? Try to keep it going as long as I could have. And now for girls, it's different. You know, it's a whole different situation.
But why is it different?
You know, it's just a little more creepy, I guess.
Yeah.
When it comes to, I guess me being a guy, you know, especially an adolescent, you're like, man, you're just hoping for anything. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody give me something, give me something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but
girls,
I think
that's what people will actually feel like, oh, well, you taking advantage of her and all this.
Yeah, but don't you think? Isn't that a double standard though?
Absolutely,
it is. You know, it is. Yeah. Because I don't know. I don't have children, and you don't have children, but. If my son came to me, he's like, hey, I've been sleeping with Miss So-and-so, I'd probably like, Miss So-and-so is really hot.
Yeah, you know.
And I probably would not be offended, but if a girl came to me...
It's a totally different story.
Yeah, I'll be trying to kill the guy.
Yeah, totally different scenario.
With my bare hands.
Yeah, totally different scenario there. Yeah. But, you know, hey.
Double standard
that's
there.
What it is. You know, I guess we just feel girls are a little more vulnerable.
Yeah.
And guys, you know, again, we were adolescents, we were trying to get it any way we could. So, you know, we found the outlet, you know what I mean? Might as well plug it in.
You don't ever think girls try to get it anyway?
Yeah,
because there's some whorish-ass girls.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially, I just think about when I was in school. There's a lot of hoes.
Yeah, it absolutely was. But, you know, I guess when it's that much older guy,
that's just really creepy.
And it's a teacher, you know what I mean? Seeing him every day.
Yeah, it seems like he's taking advantage of his power.
Who knows? Because there's a lot of girls I know dating, you know, a lot of older guys outside of school. I mean, you're like, oh, okay, I guess that's cool, you know? Yeah. But, you know, if he became a teacher, you know what I mean? It'll be kind of, I guess, a different situation there. But,
yeah. Anthony Weiner. That's a disaster, by the way. Speaking of disasters, how about the bankruptcy in Detroit?
Yes, that was sad to hear. Wasn't unexpected. You know what I mean? But it was just sad to actually hear them file for bankruptcy. You know, such a great city.
It is. You know, and birthplace of many things.
Yeah, many things.
Motown,
many things, you know.
Hometown of my favorite singer in the world, Aretha Franklin.
You know, a lot of great Stevie Wonder. You know what I mean?
Smokey Robinson, The Temptations, Diana Ross, The Supremes.
Hitsfield.
Yeah,
you know,
it's Hitsfield. And but I just find it. I find it a little odd. I know they lost a lot of their population. But
I got a couple of actually stats here. You know, I looked up. This is courtesy of Time magazine, just to get that plug out there. But bankruptcies. 36 municipal bankruptcies since 2010. They lost 63% of their population since the 1950s. 6%. Could you imagine half? You know, and I hate every time I have this discussion with people, it's always, compared to Chicago in a sense, and I hate to compare to Chicago, but if you imagine half the population leaving, over a period of time, you know what I mean, just how detrimental that is. Because, all that is revenue just being sucked out of the city. And then just with the structures, every time, I hear about Detroit, because I haven't been there in a very long time, but every time I hear about it, people always just say, just vacant lot after vacant lot after vacant lot. And then when I read about it, 78,000 structures abandoned, 6,000 lots abandoned. Yeah. I mean, it just almost every other structure as a whole.
And you're right, and they say even their downtown. Yeah. And, being from Chicago, I just... Anytime I go to downtown, it just never matches up to any. I go to other cities that I seen Tampa. They had maybe 3 buildings in their downtown.
LA downtown even sucks.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. But Detroit, they did have a booming at one time downtown, but their skyscrapers are empty.
No business.
That's crazy.
No business.
That's just a picture that I could never picture Chicago like that. Yeah. But I'm sure that the people of Detroit in the 50s and the 60s could never imagine Detroit looking the way it does today.
Right. And I really feel bad because just on more serious, the pension workers. You know what I mean? Because having you're working your whole life. You're guaranteed this money from the government, from your local state governments. Saying if you pay in, we'll take care of you. You can pull out, and then to possibly have that structure changed.
Exactly.
Again, you might have them to work longer. You might have them taking cuts in your benefits,
or losing benefits.
Losing it totally. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's really just a sad thing. And they say a lot of other cities around the country aren't far off. But that whole equation with just totally underfunded pensions, with not a strong economy to really try to generate revenue to satisfy those guarantees. It's just really a sad thing for all public workers, out there.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm no expert, but it's...
Yeah, me neither.
I'm no expert, but it's...
I can read facts.
Usually I have an opinion of how to save something. I have no opinion of what to do with Detroit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you have...
Fortunately, moved to Chicago. That's all I can say.
Grow our population.
Yeah, that's all I can say.
I don't know, because Chicago is lacking on jobs.
Oh yeah,
so I don't think I want any competition.
And granted, Chicago does not have it together because the crime here is pretty bad. You know what I mean? We are national news right now.
Unfortunately. But speaking of Chicago,
and that's a lot of reasons why that crime has shot up. They tore down a lot of federal housing, moved a lot of people around. It's a very segregated city, not only by color, but of course the gangs are involved. So when you cross those gang lines, it's really block by block in certain neighborhoods where you really can get out of control. So it's a lot of factors that involve in that. But it's a better economy. It's a better economy than Detroit.
And what I wanted to add to that is, contrary to what the national media says, all the violence is not on one side,
one area.
It is in one area. Really, it really isn't one. But it's not. What I wanted to say, it's not all on the south side.
Right. No.
Because a lot of the south side, I would say most of the south side, beautiful and not a big crime factor.
Yeah,
we're on the south side, beautiful neighborhood.
Yeah,
you have Beverly, Mount Greenwood, West Morgan Park, Ashburn, Hyde Park, and Kenwood, where the president lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you have several just wonderful neighborhoods in the south side of Chicago. Mm-hmm. So it's not like it's a gang war when I walk out my front door.
Right. And you got crime all over the city. It's crime on the north side. Definitely crime on the west side. So it's crime all over. And the media just try to focus on certain areas. And just, speaking of Chicago, this is a great segue. I just want to go ahead and touch on, our former mayor, Daley.
Oh, yes, Rich Daley. Or Dick Daley.
Had a little showing up with his new
Melanie
little
Hobson.
Yes, his little boo thing on his arm.
Yeah, Melanie Hobson wedding.
A little chocolate candy he had on his arm right there. That was very interesting. Very interesting to see there daily with that type of candy on his arm.
Former Mayor Daley. We still call him Mayor, but former Mayor Daley. With an African-American woman on his arm, and he grew up, especially his father, was notorious for being horrible for the black community.
Yes, absolutely.
And the neighborhood that former Mayor Daley grew up in,
it's very Irish.
In Bridgeport, it's an Irish neighborhood, and it's known for being a very racist neighborhood, even to this day.
Absolutely,
even to this day.
Definitely, if you're not the right color, you got to kind of watch your back around there. So it's just, again, those contrasts.
Yeah.
And we're not saying Mayor Daley is racist or anything in that sense, but just growing up in that area is just funny to see, not really funny, but interesting to see.
It's interesting to see that.
You know what I mean? And she's a cute little thing. I see a picture of her.
Yes, she's a very nice looking woman. And so I have to say thumbs up.
Yeah, give it up to him. Yeah. Props, high fives all around, but it was very interesting to see.
But what's even more interesting,
what's that?
I wonder, his former wife, who's deceased, Maggie Daley,
beautiful woman, very, very charitable. Not beautiful, very charitable inside. You know what I mean? Beautiful woman.
Fifth grade teachers and Maggie Daley. Wow, and I thought I was very
gave to great charities. It was really
beautiful lady from the inside out, and great smile too. She had a lovely smile, but she died in 2011, and I read a report where former Mayor Daley appointed his current boo to a position, and so I'm wondering, was he involved with this woman before Maggie Daley died?
Right.
We don't know.
That's an interesting concept. You know what I mean? We don't know, and I think they said God rest her soul. It's been maybe a little over 2 years, somewhere around that range, and he did appoint his new candy. I don't know what her name is.
Doctor somebody, but she's a doctor too.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
he did appoint her. So it just begs the question.
Yeah, it does.
How long? Was that kind of going on? Was a little action before?
Exactly, and
that's continuing now.
But if it wasn't, I mean,
we're not saying it was.
I mean, he's close to 70, if not 70 years old. 2 years is a long time to wait to get somebody else. When you're that old.
Yeah, you got to get your kicks while you can.
Yeah, you got to get your kicks when you can. Definitely.
Like I said, she's a beautiful thing. She's definitely moving up in the world. I can see that. You're making those right connections, Doctor. We'll say that.
That is true.
We'll say that.
I need to find me a former female mayor. And attach to her.
You know what I mean? I'll take me a state senator. Anything like that.
I'll take, if Hillary gets a divorce, I always loved Hillary.
Oh, you're going to Hillary?
Oh, yes. Oh. Hillary is hot to me. Educated, strong, old and wrinkly.
Wise. I see it.
She could probably teach me some things.
No, she probably could. She might go ahead and throw Chelsea in there too. Who knows? But so that was just from Chicago. I just wanted to talk about that whole Mayor Daley kind of thing. It's just interesting. It's good to see him out and about.
And it's good that you mentioned a black person.
Yeah, keeping him
because
active.
I want to touch on a black person. That sounds weird that I wanted to touch on a black person.
I'm gonna look past it, but all right.
At least I didn't say I wanted to touch on a kid.
I better not be my daughter. I know that. Don't have any kids though. But
I don't want to touch kids. I don't even like kids. So, but Don Lemon. Don Lemon made some comments regarding Trayvon Martin case, and he gave. Actually, I can't fully disagree with the reasons or this tough love he gave to the black community. What I disagree with is his not the way, but where he chose to give this tough love on CNN. And he was speaking to young black men to pull up their pants. You can start by pulling up your pants.
That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said. And I agree with it. I don't like the pull-up pants, the sagging pants, but I have to admit that I was a teenager before, and I definitely sagged my pants.
You know, I don't sag
and
my
no
pants
one
down,
should be judged by sagging their pants. It's just not a good look.
Yeah, you know, again, that's adolescence, you know what I mean? Like I said, we all done. I used to do it in grammar school, in high school. But, you know, as I got older, I was like, this is not quite the look I'm trying to portray out there. But, again, like you said, no one should be judged by just because what they're wearing, you know, or, you know, again, that's going to how they look, you know what I mean? No one should be judged by that. And again, we're going to go back to Martin Luther King, should be judged by the content of the character.
You know, exactly. And still, I was not even offended by that. But he used the platform of CNN to give this tough love to urban youth that's not watching CNN. So, and I felt that Don Lemon at that point was just trying to appeal to white folks. To say, look, I'm not like them. I'm different from them. Because if you really were for the people, if you really were trying to better
reach the audience, I guess, of urban youth,
try
to give them the message of how you can try to better
you can go to
yourself.
Any urban high school, go to inner city Chicago, Detroit, Baltimore, Philadelphia, CNN is based in Atlanta. It's a lot of black people you can go and speak to.
Directly to. Directly to. If you don't want to hit the streets.
But
you know what I mean?
if you feel that these people if you feel that all people that sag their pants are bad, and they are creating this violence, which is not
totally untrue.
It's totally untrue. Everyone that sags their pants are not creating a problem. It's a fashion statement, an ugly fashion statement. And yes, it did come from the prison system.
And it's not just black people sagging their pants. It's not just the African American community sagging their pants. You got every race sagging their pants. White, Asian, Caucasian, oh, that is white. But all of those people, you know what I mean, sagging their pants. And again, it's not portrayed as a sense that they're their problem when they do it. Their problem. It's just that other group, the group of black people, African American young youth that sags their pants, and all of that attitude or all of that negativity that you think comes with that is spilling over into the black community and giving us as a community.
And what I feel Don Lemon, not only did he say, I'm not like them, I'm a good one. He was telling the good white folks, look, I'm not like them. I'm better than them.
Yeah. You know, and that's a sad thing. Again, if you really were trying to get the message to the people you were trying to communicate that message to, we're saying CNN was not the platform because, again, the African American youth who you were directing your comments to were not watching your program. You know what I mean? And so, again, you have to think yourself, who is watching your program at that time? You know, and again, it might be black people watching it, and, you know, there's a lot of white people watching it, but they're not the youth who are sagging their pants. And so, again, that message, again, is just reiterating stereotypes that they already believe that they have about us when you say it in that platform and possibly how you said it. And so, you know, if you're really trying to help, it's a better way you could have done it.
Exactly. That's my only issue. But I still love Don Lemon. I think he's an educated brother, a person, and I like him. You know, I haven't found a person in the world that I agree with 100%.
Right.
But I know he got a lot of flack on Twitter.
Deserved.
Some is deserved, some is just mean.
Yeah, of course.
Some is just downright mean. So I say keep on, but if you really want to reach those people, if you really want to reach the urban youth, who you need to go into the inner city, because you're not going to find them watching CNN.
Absolutely. Totally agree. Totally agree.
And so what's there any?
Yeah, another topic I just want to touch on is, again, this whole mess with the British baby. You know, and again, it all started for me. It all started with the wedding that happened, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago.
Royal Prince George?
Goodness, can we give it a rest? First of all, we fought the American Revolution so we wouldn't have to deal with a monarchy. And, you know, just sort of a simple side on a monarchy. Just because we don't technically have a king, queen, and prince and all that shit, we do have aristocracy here in America. I mean, you gotta say, you know, these families, the Bushes, the Kennedys, they, you know, the
Obamas,
and the Obamas starting up, they are. I mean, you see just how many of their family members run office or run different aspects of this country. You know, we technically do have some kind of hierarchy here in this country. But on the simple note of this, the wedding, the British wedding, and how it's just overblown to me, especially being American. We're not British. You know what I mean? Like I said, if I'm in my country, and oh my God, our princesses and our princesses are getting married. But then just to have that, like when the wedding happened, it was like 24-hour coverage for like fucking 3 days on like 3 different networks, you know, national news networks, you know what I mean? You got all these, got all these little teenage girls saying, oh, she can't wait to be a princess.
But see,
wait to be a princess.
I just have to cut you off right there. I just have to cut you off right there.
Now the baby, you know, give some
I think that America loves it because they view that as almost fantasy because we don't have a royal family. So we don't have that. We view that almost as Disney. It's like real life Disney. And it is sort of amazing. I have to say, I am a little fascinated with the royal family.
Really?
I am. And you know, I don't like kids, but I was like, hey, cool, a royal baby. This is going to be future king. And maybe if I have a daughter right now, she could be a future queen.
Matchmake. They can find each other on eHarmony or Match.com. I just think it's too much. I think it's way too much. Keep that shit across the pond.
No.
That mess over there. You can give us a flash of it. Like, they got married. Oh, here's a baby. But the constant coverage of it, I think it's just overblown. And I think you're saying you got teenage girls, the wrong message. You're not going to be princesses. You know, you're not going to be, you know what I mean?
No.
You can be a princess in your own right, but that shit, that's not us. That's that inbred, you know, we go fuck all each other's cousins. And,
okay.
You know.
But Kate Middleton is not related to
whatever.
That was something out of almost a fairy tale. Yes, her family are millionaires, but still, she was not a blue-blooded person. And then he's like, hey, she's hot, and Kate Middleton is hot.
Yeah, she's cute.
For the royal family, she is
out of the family members of all of that. I don't know. I hardly ever see any girls in that bunch, but the queen. And I'm not gonna touch on that. But yeah, I guess she's cute compared to the queen. You know, again, like I say, I don't see any other, women that they show too much in pictures with that family. But again, it's just too much. And she is cute. I give you that.
She is cute. Okay. I like the royal family.
You can scratch them off.
I think it's cool. But I think that's going to wrap up the first webisode.
Yes, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
And we will definitely be coming back at you with more news and, again, politics, pop culture. So give us your suggestions.
The royal baby.
Give us your suggestions on what you think about what we're talking about. If you got any comments, we'd love to hear them. Maybe we'll see them next time on our show.
And remember, I'm no expert, but
we do got an opinion.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.